Hi everyone, Caroline here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, we're going to have a play with some Inkylicious stamps and with the Distress Oxides and have some fun. So I've got a moon I want to do. I did do a card that I showed on the group that I'd done like this, but I want to do this one a little bit different. So I'm just going to do a line now where the moon is just behind the water here, and do it that way. So I'm going to start off with blueprint sketch. And I'm going to hold that there. So this the Inkylicious one is a fishing one. They're out on the water fishing. So that's sort of the line there. I'm just going to move that a little bit so that I can just sort of do just up there like that, and get my finger doll there. And I'm just going to go around that moon, take a little bit of that blue up there. Bring in some of it round there, because it's still wet on the card, and you got it on there as well. So, but it just takes the edge off that that moon being a bit too stark. And we'll use some pastel after just to soften it as well. But as you can see, it's just made it a little bit more rounded looking. But that's sort of the skyline there. Going to bring that back. And I'm going to bring in a chipped sapphire. And of course this is darker for a night sky. So these two make for a lovely sky. Okay. And then I'm just going to go back into my blueprint sketch here. And I'm just going to go along the edge here. So to bring that in, whatever brush you've got. The one I use is an Amala brush from Stamps by Me. I'm not sure they've got any stock, but if they haven't, you can click the notify me button on there. Now I'm leaving the middle so that the moon is shining on the water. I mean, even just like that, it looks fabulous, doesn't it? And then I'm going to use Mermaid Lagoon. And I'm just going to go across, just lightly on there, but darker at the edges, like that. Don't forget, it's just a piece of card. If you muck it up, just start again. So we're just going in that little bit. So can you see? It's on the water. You can see the reflection of the moon, like that. I'll just pop these over here. And then I'm going to get my stamp, because we're going to emboss some of the waves on the water. So they're more like ripples rather than waves. And I'm going to go over with my anti-static pad. You can buy these anywhere, but it just stops the embossing powder going all over, which you don't really want. In fact, I've forgotten, I need to splash some water on here. So just before I stamp, I'm just going to get my my fan brush, get some water on, and I just want to splash on the water, not the sky, just the water, just to give some nice little drops. And get a tissue then, and then just dab that off, and it just gives it a nice sort of a water effect. There we are. Start again. So now this one from Inkylicious is called By the Sea Wave Stamp Set. You've seen me use this before on with my mermaid, where you get the shoreline here. You can use that one, but I'm just going to use these at the top here. And for the top, I'm just going to use that top bit. So that's going to go along there like that. This is my Eureka stamping platform. I need to oil those, it's getting a bit squeaky. This is a Versamark stamp pad. As you can see, it's well used, but I just re-ink it. Nothing wrong with it, even the colour, even if it's gone a bit with ink on, you know, stamping on black ink. So that is on there like that. Now it doesn't quite come to the end, and I have a pen, which is it was a thirsty brush, but you can buy these Wow ones or any of them, and they're embossing pens. So I'll just go to the very end, and it just takes it up where you need it. It has a brush end and a fine end. So let me just move that out of the way a second. Put some embossing powder on. This is white. This one is a Stampendous one. It's a detail white. And you see it across there. Just going to brush off that bit I don't need there, else it's going to look like snow. There we are. Put this back in here. And get my heat gun. Let your heat gun warm up for just a minute or two. So that it's not on your cardstock for very long. Just go over it lightly, and then at the back as well. Okay, I'm going to get my stamping platform again. And then this is the Inkylicious, it's Create a Scene, bolting it's called. I'll leave links where, if under the video you can see where it says more, then you'll see it. And I just want to get him up there. Up there. Like that. And you get all the bulrushes as well. Excuse me. So we're going to pop these down here. And I'm going to use my black ink. I use the VersaFine pigment ink, black Onyx Black. I'll get rid of that white in a minute. It's there. My black marker. So that's got all of that. There we are. So it might be an idea, really, to sort of leave a little gap. Now I'm going to use this bulrushes again to make up the bottom here that is out on the water. There we are. I'll get the other one because you get two in the set. So that's a little bit different. Pull that down there, like that. I'm just going to pop that at the side there so that it's a bit higher. Then in this set, it has the sentiment as well. A fishing line has a hook at one end and an optimist at the other. So that can go on there, make sure it's straight. And it makes for a lovely, if you've got, you know, somebody that loves to go fishing, it does make a lovely card. Oh, just great for doing scrapbooking or whatever you enjoy, really. You do get the flying geese in it as well, so you know you can stamp them flying across. But I'm not bothering with those on this one. Okay. So now I'm going to get my pastel. These are soft pastels. They're the Toison d'Or. You see, extra soft pastels. Or if you've got the Lavinia pastels, they do some lovely pastels as well. But these are the ones that I've got. They're not cheap, but they're really good, and they do make for good backgrounds as well. I have done a video quite a while ago doing a lovely sunset with the pastels, and they're nice. So if you just press it around, can you see how it gives it a lovely glow around the moon like that? And then I'm just going to get my white pen, my white under all my rubbish here somewhere. Here we are. And I'm just going to do just a few little ripples on the water like this. And sort of highlight around these bulrushes here where the moonlight is shining on them. So he's on the horizon there, you can just see him. It's lovely, isn't it? I've been asked about my glue gun as well. This is, I'll put a link for it. It's called My Sweet Petunia, and it's a pressure gun. You do get a holder with it, but I don't use that. I just use that because I fill mine with, I have the bulk glue from this one. I buy this in bulk. Art Glitter Dries Clear. It's one of my favourite glues, and I just fill this. But the Nouveau glue you get with it, when you actually get the gun, you get a medium tip and you get a fine tip for doing intricate dies, that sort of thing. So that's a fine tip. But because it has that pin down the middle of them, they never clog up or block. So you never have that problem when you come to use it. Oh, it's blocked, so you've got to get a needle in. But yes, I love it. And of course it's easy to use. You just squeeze the handle. Again, they're not cheap, they're about £34. But well worth the money if you're an ardent crafter and you use a glue, glue a lot. So let's press that down. This, by the way, is 5 inch by 7 inch that I've done. If you have a little lift like that, just get a corner of some cardstock like that, put some glue on the end and pop it inside. When you think, oh, I'm not going to be able to get in there, you can. Just pull it out like that, then hold it down. Especially when you've been heat embossing, that sort of thing, you do get a little bit of warp, but that solves the problem. This is a 6 by 8 card blank. Just caught that with my glue. That's annoying. You see, I've just caught that with the glue. And what I might do is I might just put the odd star in the sky. Like that. So the stars are shining as well. Turned out quite effective, doesn't it? You know, they say when you get the bloopers, you can always make something, don't bin it. There are ways around everything. So make sure it's opening the right way. And then pop it on your card central like that. Turn it over so I'm not rubbing on my image and it sticks down better. So there we have it, another lovely card, and makes for a great mail card. If you're stuck for mail cards and you know somebody that likes fishing, that's absolutely perfect for it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please give us a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe so that you get notified of any videos that I put on if you're enjoying them. And feel free to share with your crafty friends. Thanks very much for joining me. See you soon. Bye-bye.